Have you ever considered the silent sacrifices people make, the ones no one sees but that shape our lives? In a small village in Ghana, a young woman named Amina lived with her elderly father, Kwame. Amina worked hard in the fields every day. Her hands were rough and she was often tired but always smiled. Though old and weak, Kwame loved to share stories from his youth, tales of love, war, and wisdom. One day, Amina found a letter hidden among her father's things. It was from her mother, who had left when Amina was just a baby. The letter revealed a shocking truth. Amina's mother had not abandoned them. She had left to protect them from a curse that plagued their family. Her mother's love was the unseen sacrifice, a love that required her to stay away. How far would you go for the ones you love? Amina confronted her father, tears streaming down her face. Kwame's eyes filled with sorrow as he confessed the truth. He had known all along but had chosen to protect Amina from the pain. The revelation shattered her, but it also brought a sense of understanding. As the sun set over the village, Amina sat by her father's side, holding his hand. She whispered, "Your love was never unseen, Papa. I see it now, and it's the greatest gift you could have given me." But just as they found solace, Kwame's breathing grew shallow. The curse had not been lifted, and the ultimate sacrifice was yet to come. Amina and Kwame had always shared a close bond. Kwame had raised her alone after her mother left. He taught her how to work the fields, how to be strong, and how to find joy in small things. They didn't have much, but they had each other. The letter Amina found was old and worn. She had never seen it before, and as she read it, her heart pounded. Her mother's words were filled with love and sadness. She explained that a curse had haunted their family for generations, and she had to leave to keep them safe. She had watched over them from afar, praying that one day they would understand her sacrifice. Amina's mind raced. She had grown up thinking her mother had abandoned them. This new truth was hard to accept. She took the letter to her father, seeking answers. Kwame looked at the letter and sighed deeply. He had hoped this day would never come. He told Amina that he had kept the secret to protect her. He didn't want her to grow up with the burden of the curse. He wanted her to have a chance at a happy life. Amina was angry and hurt at first, but she saw the pain in her father's eyes. She realized he had carried this burden alone for many years. As they talked, the sun set, casting a golden glow over the village. Amina held her father's hand, feeling a mix of emotions. She was grateful for his love, but also saddened by the years of secrets and sacrifice. She whispered, "I see your love now, Papa. It's the greatest gift you could have given me." Just then, Kwame's breathing became labored. Amina panicked, calling out for help, but she knew deep down that the curse was still upon them. Kwame looked at her with love and pride. He whispered, "You are stronger than you know, Amina. Keep fighting. Live your life fully." With those words, Kwame took his last breath. Amina was heartbroken, but she felt a new sense of purpose. Her father's love and her mother's sacrifice gave her strength. She decided to break the curse, no matter what it took. Amina started by learning more about the curse. She talked to the village elders and read old books. She discovered that the curse could be lifted by an act of true selflessness. She realized that her mother's sacrifice was part of the solution. Now, it was her turn to continue the fight. With determination, Amina worked to make her village a better place. She helped others, shared her knowledge, and spread kindness. She believed that by living a life of selflessness, she could finally break the curse. The villagers saw her efforts and joined in, creating a community of support and love. Years passed, and Amina's hard work began to show results. The fields were more fruitful, the villagers were happier, and a sense of hope filled the air. Amina felt her mother's spirit guiding her, and she knew her father was watching over her with pride. One day, a stranger arrived in the village. He brought news that the curse had been lifted. The acts of kindness and selflessness had broken the cycle. Amina felt a weight lift from her shoulders. She had done it. She had honored her parents' sacrifices and freed her family from the curse. As she stood in the field where she had worked so hard, Amina looked up at the sky. She whispered a thank you to her mother and father. Their love, seen and unseen, had given her the strength to change their fate.